Welcome back to alwaysaround.net. Today I'm going to talk about an alternative superhero movie that if you've not seen already, then you really should get a hold of it on DVD or Netflix or whatever and treat yourself. This movie called Chronicle, and this kind of explodes a lot of your superhero cliches. Yep, you've got there's the three friends that they find a mysterious thing that's crashed in a field and woo, they get powers. That's not really giving anything away so far, you know, so cliche. But what doesn't happen is, we have powers, let's fight crime. This doesn't happen. And instead, it's a little bit more of a realistic in terms of characterization and motivation take on it. Basically, what really would happen if three teenage kids suddenly found that, well, they could levitate things and they could fly. And produce force fields, and they were basically invulnerable, and yada yada yada. Basically, all the ways that you can imagine telekinesis working. Instead, Chronicle's a lot more thoughtful in the sense that it looks at the characters of these three lads and kind of goes, what would a teenage lad who suddenly had godlike powers decide to do if, for instance, he was already a really popular kid who was doing really well, or he was kind of well, that's Steve, by the way, or he was like kind of philosophical kind of guy who was sort of drifting along through life, that's Matt. Or if he was Andrew, who's an inadequate kind of nerdy type of kid who's got all kinds of issues because his dad is like raw alcoholic, just a general pain in the ass. And his mum is dying of cancer. It gets pretty dark. And you can kind of see that maybe it wouldn't be that great if a kid who's going through that much and who was that young suddenly, had, powers that perhaps not quite on the Superman scale, but they're up there with, like, I don't know, Green Lantern or whoever, certainly, powers sufficient to, well, I don't want to give too much away. Big powers. It's written by Josh Trank and Max Landis, and Josh Trank also directed the film, and they've done a really good job. I mean, it's obviously it starts off with that first act where it's all the setup of it. It's done with this idea of the conceit of it being done through various handy cam type things. Andrew starts off and he's got like some old-fashioned video camera, like from the 90s or something. It's like, and you're all like, no, it's gonna be like Blair Witch. No, it's not like Blair Witch. It's okay. It's not like Blair Witch. It's not. It's okay. It's not shit. It's fine. The pacing and the shifts in mood are handled pretty well. It'll go from having those kind of rambling sort of mates hanging out conversations through to, hey, we've got superpowers, let's go prank some people. Ha ha ha! Why not? Godlike superpowers. Ha ha! Pranks! Through to stuff getting pretty dark, and it kind of goes in waves, You can kind of see from quite early on that both the audience and for Matt and Steve, they're a little worried about Andrew going off the rails. And it kind of goes like this, and things get bad and they pull it back a bit, and it gets bad again, and they pull it back a bit, and then things get really bad like that. It's bad. Anyway, so, and I don't think it's giving too much away if I tell you that it's quite clear that Josh Trank and Max Landis have been influenced by Miracle Man by Alan Moore. And I will say, if you enjoyed Miracle Man by Alan Moore, I think you're gonna like this. I think you'll like it. Yes, I do, because I was really into that. I love Miracle Man, and this really it hit home in the same kind of way. It's that combination of the collision between the extraordinary and the mundane, and people getting squished in between. So I recommend it. Oh, there is a sequel coming up, Chronicle 2, imaginatively named, which has been taken on by Fox. Unfortunately, Fox have decided not to go with the original writing team of Josh Trank and Max Landis, and they've got some other people on instead. So, well, what are the odds that it's going to be any good? It probably won't be, let's face it. I'm going to resist the temptation to tell you anything more about the movie, because honestly, I don't really want to give anything away. If you haven't seen Chronicle yet, get a hold of it, set yourself up with your beverage and snackage of choice, and just treat yourself to what is... It's a top movie, seriously, it's top. It's top. You will enjoy. I predict this with confidence. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and share, and don't forget to check out our series on space exploration, Ultra Frontier Explorer, where I put on my serious science hat and tell you about real life stuff that honestly is as cool as superheroes. Let's face it, space, it's amazing. Anyway, cheers.